Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Sivasani Gaura Bhaktivedanta Tanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Sivasani Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai, Harinam Sankirtanya ki jai, Ananta Kodi Vaishnava ki jai. Words it.
Always, Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj ki
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nigamakalpatara galitam phalam Sukhamukat amritadrava samyutam Pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam Muhuraho bhuvi rasika bhuvi bhavukkaha. It's said that of all the Vedic literatures, this Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of all Vedic knowledge. It is the very essence of transcendental understanding. It goes beyond religion, it goes beyond externals. It is simply about recognizing Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or as it's stated in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktaram Yakyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, that he is the purpose of all sacrifice and of all austerities, and that he is the ultimate controller of everything, of every location. In this way, accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is our objective. That is our aim. Somehow or other, Om Agyana Timarandasya Kinandana Salakya. Somehow or other, our eyes that have been in darkness have been opened by the mercy of Sri Guru. Guru is one. We're talking plural when we're talking about the spiritual master. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsyo vidu. Krishna himself is the original spiritual master. Dharmam tu saksat bhagavat pranitam. All transcendental knowledge comes from Krishna, and Krishna only. It begins there. Then to Lord Brahma, and then to Vyas. From Vyas, somehow or other, Madhva-Acharya is not an ordinary personality. Madhva-Acharya, a predecessor of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, came for the purpose of preparing the ground for the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Being non-different than Vayu, he was an empowered personality. And therefore, Madhva-acharya could somehow or other connect with Vyasadeva, although Vyasadeva appeared to have been living thousands of years earlier. But then we know that Vyasadeva is Chiranjeev, one of these Chiranjivas, one of those living beings that continue to live. So Vyasadeva is still there. And so, but one has to have the adhikar or the authorization, the qualification to see. Otherwise, one cannot see. Madhva-acharya had that adhikar, he had that qualification. He could see Vyasadeva. And so the disciplic succession continued through Madhva-acharya. And from Madhva-acharya, after various spiritual masters, came Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri was the greatest acharya in his time. He was self-effulgent. His love of God was so overpowering, no one had ever seen anything like that in this world. From Madhavendra Puri comes Ishvara Puri, comes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come the current acharyas in our disciplic succession, such as Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Gorkasur Babaji, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Srila Prabhupada, and then the acharyas who are following Srila Prabhupada. And it is the same fruit that is delivered, unchanged, the same message, Sarvadharmam Parichaya, the same message from the Gita, just give up everything, surrender to Krishna. But then it is explained, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur explains the miracle of parampara. He says, one receives knowledge in parampara, then one has to take that knowledge and one has to go to work with that knowledge, apply it in his life and realize that knowledge. And then that knowledge will also manifest in that person. And then he becomes a bona fide link in the parampara. So that is our objective, to take this transcendental knowledge and to really make it into something. Although it is often emphasized that sadhu sangha is very, very important. Lobhamatra sadhu sangha, sarva shastra koi. Lobhamatra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. Through this just one moment of association with a pure devotee, sarva siddhi hoy, all perfection can be attained. So the importance of associating with devotees is very important. When Srila Prabhupada was asked, how many pure devotees are there on the planet? Then he asked, how many devotees are there in ISKCON? And Prabhupada said, that's how many. So that's a little bewildering. No, everyone carries the purity. Everyone has the commitment to that process of anyabhilasita sunyam jnana karmadhyanabritam. That process of giving up any other desire and putting Krishna first. That, we are living with that. Some of us are not quite there, but are sort of at least know about the existence of the verse. Some know the verse. It's something we're supposed to strive for, pure devotional service. Yes, that is a fact. what is the meaning of initiation unless we endeavor? One time I was in Sydney, sitting in a car, waiting for someone, and then suddenly someone who was having a drink on a terrace somewhere at the side of the road, just right next to the car, suddenly got up, came to the car, knocked on my window, opened the window and said, "I'm also initiated." I said, "Okay, Haribo." Haribo, very nice, I said. But what does it mean if you don't live it? If you didn't take the Divya Gyan, and if you didn't live it, and if you didn't try, if you didn't try to take that transcendental knowledge and turn it into something, what is the meaning? Yes, some blessings, absolutely. Sit in the yakya, absolutely. Blessings will be there, but we need to do more. This life is the golden opportunity. So many lives. Bhau Janmananante. Then finally, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Finally we realize Krishna is everything. Now, this Vasudeva Sarvam Iti, what does it mean? You can explain that verse that after many, many births you come to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That would be one explanation. Another explanation is Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. Vasudeva is everything. Nothing else matters. Everything else is secondary. Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, in Harinam Chintamani, which is a book about chanting the holy name, he says, in this world, there is nothing. There is nothing in this world. Nothing but the jiva and the holy name. Think about that for a moment. Everything else is just illusion, right? He says, I mean, that's like, that is realization, right? Here he was writing from his realization. And what a realization. I mean, how focused must he have been, right? To think like that, to even think like that. There's nothing in this world but the jiva and the holy name, the living entity and the holy name. Anyhow, these are some of the meditations of the acharyas. Anusar, not anukar. To follow in the footsteps, not to imitate. We cannot imitate the acharyas. I mean, if we go around, there is nothing but the jiva and the holy name, you know, I mean, doesn't mean very much when we say that, because we don't live it. He said, yeah, there's nothing but the jiva and the holy name, but there are a few other little things pretty good as well, right? So that will not work. But nonetheless, the spirit of the acharyas, the spirit of complete focus, that remains our goal. Therefore, our attempt is to increase our focus. For what other reason would we take initiations if they would not be there to increase our focus on devotional service to Krishna? What would be the point? What would be the point of being initiated? Getting a new name? Yes, that is a blessing. So many blessings will be there today. The yajna is there for blessings because we are invoking the presence of so many great personalities through various mantras. Krishna himself, Srimati Radharani, Lord Chaitanya, the entire Panchatattva, all the acharyas, the demigods are also present. Look at all those coconuts. It is like one of the coconuts is representing Krishna, right? Or Vishnu, in the form of Yageshwar, of the one who is controlling the sacrifice. The other coconuts are representing the demigods, right? They are bringing their blessings. They're also witnesses to our vows. Oh yes, the Vaishnavas have come in large numbers. Senior Vaishnavas have come to bring, and they all bring their blessings. Every Vaishnava brings blessings. And senior Vaishnavas, they have done so much service. And because of that service, they have credit with Krishna. Krishna smiles upon them. So if they ask Krishna, please bless these devotees that they may fulfill the purpose of their vows, then Krishna, what can Krishna do? If someone said, oh, well, if you're asking, all right then, it's like that. So it is a fortunate occasion. Everything is Saubhagya. The kirtan is resounding and is purifying everything. Let this initiation be for the purpose of increasing our devotional service and the quality of our devotional service. So both the quantity and the quality. Let this initiation be there to make us more humble, right? To an extent, like in the first initiation, then you have a guru. Oh my, it's sometimes scary to have one. Because they can ask you to do anything. Anything. And you're supposed to do it. No one in your life has ever had such power over you. Not your father. You could always say, no, I'm not doing it. Get stubborn and refuse. One could do or avoid. Right? The Dutch way, where I'm from, is to say, no, I'm not doing it. The Indian way is to say, definitely. Yeah. Yes. No, surely I will do it. And then quickly go the other direction. But the result is the same. Not doing, but with the spiritual master, that it cannot be. That cannot be. Not only the words of the spiritual master. It's not only that we're following the words of the spiritual master, even what he hasn't spoken. We're even following that, right? Even what he didn't say. You can't say, well, he didn't say it, so, hey, I got away. No. Even what he didn't say, even the mood is to be taken. What is important to our spiritual master is important to us. As simple as that, right? When we understand that what is important to him, all right, that also is important to us. And it is a personal relationship. I was in the Czech Republic in this big yagya, many candidates and many spiritual masters giving initiation. So one after the other. And at one point, Lokanath Maharaj was initiating a few people. And then he goes through the candidates and number one, what are 4 regulated principles? How many rounds? You promise to chant every day, minimum 16. Okay, next, how many rounds? 4 regulated principles. Okay, minimum 16. And then it comes to this one Mataji, and he goes, Maharaj says, how many rounds? Okay. What for regular? How many rounds? And she says, minimum 16. And then he says, and what about Ekadasi? He says, and she looks at him like, you're not going to ask me? You can see it on her face. Her face goes, you're not going to ask me? And Maharaj says, well, And she goes, 25? And Maharaj said, yes, that is right. And it was very interesting. She paid more that day than everybody else. There were about 30 people initiated, I think. And she was the only one who had to vow to chant 25 rounds on Ekadasi. And everyone else chanted minimum 16. She had to pay more for some reason or other. It's a personal thing. That was interesting. That was an interesting moment. It made me think. Yeah, it is like that. Because one is meant to please the spiritual master. Then I've been thinking about that. What does it mean to please the spiritual master? Does it mean that you have to do reasonably well, and then that the spiritual master should be pleased and sort of like bless? Or does it mean that you really have to please the spiritual master? And if it's the latter one, then you have bad luck with me, because I'm not easily pleased. Quite demanding. It doesn't seem like that on the front. In the front, I seem to be quite easygoing. I know. But no. I want everything. Everything. I want everything. I want complete surrender. Nothing less. I want pure devotional service. And of course I want you to read the whole Bhagavatam, not one, and the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and all Prabhupada's books, and then even some of the Acharya's books. It's a lot of reading. I did it. I'm doing it. So, my spiritual master did it. Right? Why wouldn't you do it? Yeah? No excuse. Any excuse is a lame excuse. It doesn't help. All these things are part of it. Rising early, yes, it's part of it. Of course. I know that Ashik has night shifts, so he's on a other time schedule. That's also there. But whatever may be, Prabhupada said, surrender means to follow all the rules and regulations. Now that's quite something, but that is ultimately what we want. It's not that, I do the best I can. Yes, you do the best you can, but that's not good enough. You remember my example that I told you from Germany years ago? In Germany, they had signs at the side of the highway, and they drive on the right? So, right lane on the highway, slow lane, middle lane, quite fast, faster than Australia, and the final lane, third lane, super fast, right? So then they had a sign, which said, turtles to the right. Yeah, they had a turtle lane, And I tell you, in spiritual life, there also is a turtle lane. And we can choose what lane we want to be in. We can choose to be in the turtle lane. You can choose to be in the middle lane and that super fast lane. Suddenly you see these lights flashing in the back, and then you're already doing like great speed, 160, and still from behind this car flashes and it flies by. That was Sanatana Goswami. Yeah. I mean, they are in the fast lane. These are acharyas, right? They are just going like, enormous offerings to the Lord. I'll give a donation, Take out a coin and note it down. I gave a donation. I did. No, everything belongs to Krishna. On the day of the initiation, the disciple becomes the property of the spiritual master. So that means his property also becomes the property of the spiritual master. You should have bought that house, you know. Anyway. But although all that becomes my property, I don't want to deal with it. I'm a sannyasi, forget it. I'm putting that property back under your care. Under your care. But it's all mine. And I can take it any moment. Yeah. It's like, you know, when you park my car in front of the door, I can just anytime say, okay, give me the keys. That's it. So, but you please take care and use it all for Krishna. Your body, your mind, your words, your possessions, everything for Krishna. Second initiation is responsibility. Second initiation is not only about what we do. We have to have quality. It is about saintliness. It is about having a very good character. It is about, and of course, in India, we still have a caste system. We still have birth in a Brahmin family. But who is actually qualified? And here it doesn't matter, male or female. On the transcendental platform, there is no difference. Did you see that Prabhupada movie? One of the things, well, there's many things I like in that Prabhupada movie. One thing I like in that Prabhupada movie is when at one point Prabhupada has just started preaching in the West, and he just got his first Western disciples, and they're all basically teenagers. You know, if you're 20, you're old, right? So Prabhupada says, and each one of you, there's a handful of people there, each one of you should open a temple. And then Rukmini says, even the girls? And Prabhupada said, there is no difference. On the spiritual platform, no difference. She was only 16 years old. So that's quite amazing. So yes, we want saintliness, we want pure devotional service. So it's a great challenge. We want to become living Bhagavats. We want to live the books. That is what it's about. Exemplary. And of course, then maybe there's also real life, right? Maybe there are the books and what we're supposed to be, and I've said all these things we're supposed to be, and then it doesn't always work like that, unfortunately. But I hope in this case, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not be pure devotees from the start? Just say, yeah, I'll do it from this day on. Katvanga Maharaj did it in a moment. It can be done in a moment. It can be done now. The thing about pure devotional service is we always postpone it. Okay, I'll definitely, I've taken the point. I have to be a pure devotee. I'll do my best to become a pure devotee in the future. No, why don't you become a pure devotee now? And then from now on, just be a pure devotee. Prabhupada made that point also. We remember that Prabhupada was translating at night this time. At night. He invited his disciple to come sit next to him. He said, oh, Prabhupada, it's 11 o'clock. I've got to go to bed. Prabhupada said, well, you know, I'm not going to bed, no, Prabhupada, but I'm very tired. I've worked hard the whole day. And I said, Prabhupada, yeah, I also worked the whole day. But I'm not going to bed. I said, yes, but Prabhupada, yes, but you are a pure devotee. And then Prabhupada said, why are you not a pure devotee? Yes. Yes. Yes, so that is a big question to ask on this day. Why am I not a pure devotee? What holds us back? And let's get rid of all these obstacles. It is by choice. The story of the beggar who was hungry and very weak. Oh, I needed something to eat. He said, let me go to the temple because there's always people there. So he went to the temple, but he felt so weak that he just was hanging on one of the columns. Then one pilgrim came, he saw this man, he said, wow, he's in a bad way, I'd better give him something. He said, here, I have some puff rice, some muri, some mambra, whatever you call it, right? I said, I have some of that. So the beggar was still holding on to the column, and he goes like, opens his hands and says, yeah, just put it in my hands. Then he had it in his hands, but how was he going to eat it? With the column in his arms? Without letting it all fall on the ground. So this is us. We are holding on to all these things that hold us back. He said, we don't let go. We hold on to the column. So one has to let go. And that is an important point, because that is the foundation of initiation. Really to try to become a pure devotee. And of course, we can't do that alone. We can't. It's not done by, one can't storm the gates of heaven. It is done by serving the Vaishnavas and getting their blessings. That is the next thing, right? Somehow or other, serve the Vaishnavas, get the blessings of the Vaishnavas. So yes, chanting Hare Krishna, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, worshipping the deity, somehow or other serving the Vaishnavas, and the Holy Dham. And I often say that, don't forget the Holy Dham. Somehow or other I joined in the Holy Dham, right? And Prabhupada is also like a Holy Dham devotee, right? We are here in Australia, but we're not really here. We're not really here. We don't live here. We live in the Dham. And we're just staying here, but not living here. We live in the Dham. So that relationship with the Dham is very important. So somehow or other, go again and again. And of course, I also go when I can, and I invite you to come whenever you can. These things are not luxury. These things are actually essential, right? Visiting the Dham is essential, And then, not just visiting, but then serving in the Dham, then chanting in the Dham, hearing in the Dham is essential. Yes. So in this way, we need to look. One year I was in the Dham actually, and I met Burijan Prabhu, who is my old friend and well-wisher, right? We were together in Vrindavan. He was my GBC and I was the temple president. So we were kind of quite close for quite a number of years. So I came to Vrindavan and I met Purijan at Surabi Kunj, where they had their Govardhan retreat, and I went for a day. And I was there. And then he saw me, he came, and he didn't say anything. He grabbed my hand. Okay. I don't let him pull my hand. He took my hand, and he took me to Govardhan. And we stood in front of Govardhan. And he said, nice darshan, isn't it? I said, yeah, sure is. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. He says, yes. Yes, we need spiritual nourishment, right? He's like, looking after me, because he knows that I have a crazy life, right? Obviously, all over the world, here, there, everywhere, totally crazy. But what to do? Prabhupada also did that, right? So we have to do in service. But yes, we have to take some time for spiritual nourishment. So that I want to highlight. In this talk, I'm highlighting some things. I will not speak on the 10 offenses, although Srila Prabhupada often did at the time of initiation. One should know the 10 offenses, one should avoid the 10 offenses in the matter of chanting the holy name, because otherwise we'll slow down our progress. Somehow or other, time to Hare. Lots of time. You have the whole morning. Some things one shouldn't rush. I think so. And I like that about Kangeshwar, who's like, doing a yagya, and who doesn't rush it, does it nicely. Appreciate that. And so Ashik is taking first initiation. He is from a devotee family, from an island which has a strong devotional culture. As soon as you come to Mauritius, one thing you notice immediately: Tulsi is growing everywhere. That's a good sign. Wherever Tulsi is growing in abundance, Prabhupada said, Tulsi is the barometer, right, of spiritual health. So that's a good sign about Mauritius. Right? Another good sign about Mauritius is that they like kirtan. And that's why I like them also. It's a fun place. Not only do they like kirtan, they like wild kirtan. And coincidentally, I also like wild kirtan. So, I must admit, it's a fun place. So, Ashik comes from that place. His family are all devotees from both sides. Right? So, many blessings, in other words. So, now take all these blessings and plant them like Krishna planted pearls, and then water them carefully. Shravanam kirtana dalla sechana, by hearing and chanting, water all these good things that you received and make it into something beautiful. Manasi Ganga is from a Brahmin background, so that also is a blessing, right? A blessing. So let all those blessings fructify now, and let them be the beginning of something greater. Whatever blessings we had so far, let them be the beginning of something greater. Pure devotional service. That is what we hope to see. So then, I'll give the name.
So would you like to help you pronounce these?
Usually I take the harmonium away because I think it's like a wall. Oh. But between us it's not a wall. It's actually a connection somehow or other. But, okay, take that away as well. Thank you very much. Ashik, thank you very much. So what are the 4 regulator principles you promise to follow for the rest of your life?
No make including Krishna text. Illicit sex, intoxication, and
Okay. And how many rounds you promise to chant every day? No, you cannot promise that. You can only promise 60. Yeah. And whatever you chant more, that is allowed. Because we never know what will happen. You know? In life we will be tested, and we don't know what life will bring. Today we may chant, like 64. I used to chant sometimes for periods of time, 64. But I've also been in a hospital bed, like trying to make it to 16, so we should minimum 60, and then. But perhaps why not 16,000? So we can chant more. I was thinking about a name, and then this name came to me and stuck with me. So, inspiration. So, I'll give it to you first. From this day on, you will be known as Ananta Vasudeva. That was loud. Ananta Vasudeva. To me it has a sweet ring, Vasudeva. I like it, Ananta Vasudeva. And of course, we remember how Krishna was carried, how Vasudeva was carried by Vasudeva, and how Ananta was sheltering Vasudeva and Vasudeva. So Vasudeva is Krishna, Ananta Vasudeva is Krishna, who is sheltered by Ananta on so many occasions. Manifesting also as Krishna and Balaram. So Ananta Vasudeva is the name I want to give you. Thank you very much. And may the name grow and grow and grow. These names are bringing us to Krishna. That's a spiritual name. Through the spiritual name, our relationship with Krishna is growing. So the name it grows on us. Ananta Vasudeva, another meaning of it is Ananta is also unlimited. So it also means Vasudeva, Krishna, who has unlimited qualities. That would be a secondary meaning. So, like that, Ananta Vasudeva. Hare Krishna. You can have my mic. Can someone give him my mic? I just want my ammonium back.
In the, I think it's the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, text number 37. describes there that Vasudeva is also another name of Balaram. Balaram and Krishna. And both can be called Vasudeva because they're both sons of Vasudeva. Nice purport there. Bhagavad Gita 10:37. Okay, so we can just have a quiet kirtan. You probably don't need the microphone. Oh, yeah.
That's why I gave you my money.
As Maharaj is doing a nice kirtan, as I chant the mantras, you can respond. Just quickly do the archament again, just a few drops. Yes. Each hand. So when I chant the mantras, you'll respond with me. Pragyana Timiranjasya Kananjana Salakaya Chakshu Unmilitan Jinha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha 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 Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadambhayam Tadati Swam Kadandikam Swaha 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 Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunath Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Kadamba Kanana Swami Iti Namine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Swaha 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 Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatcha Deshatadine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Swaha 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 Shri Vasubhanavi Devi Dayataya Prabhupada Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Bhagave Namaha Swaha 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 Madhujjala Pramaja Shri Rupa Nugam Bhaktivedanta Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Swaha 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 Namaste Gauravani Shrimate Dinatarine Rupanuga Rupadapisadanta Vanta Hadane Swaha 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 Namo Gaura-Kishoraya Sakshat Bharadya Murtaye Vipalamba Sambodhe Kadamba Te Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Bhaktivedanta Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Rayate Swaha 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 Gaura Vibhava Umeshtam Nideshan Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannataya Te Namaha Swaha 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 Vanchakalpa Tudubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Namaha Kadambaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tuse Namaha Swaha 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 Panchatattva Atmakam Krishnam Bhakta-rupa Swarupakam Bhakta-vataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta-shaktikam Swaha 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 Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha 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 Jayatam Surato Pango Mahamanta Kategati Matsavasta Kadambojo Radhamadna Mohano Swaha 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 Divyad Brindaranya Kalpa Jumadha Srimad Ratnagara Simhasana Sto Rad Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishtalibi Sevjanano Smarabhi Swaha 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 Shriman Rasarasarambi Vamsivata Tatastita Kasham Venu Swanaya Gopi Gopinata Shriyastuna Swaha 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 Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha 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 Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadamba Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Swaha 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Swaha 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 Krishna Govinda Namo Namaha Om Prabhupada Chate Punasha Prabhadaya Punameva Vasishyate Swaha Swaha Swaha
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai 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 Gaura Bhajanande, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Sri Radha Vallabha Ki Jai. Harinam, 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 Hare Kevalam, Kalo Naste, 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 Gatiranyata. Jai Om Vishnu Padma, Om Untitled Chapter, Satyasisi, Untitled Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder-Acharya, Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Founder-Acharya, Shri Hare Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guru.